run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. So USF's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Pressure coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Might as well give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll run play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Norton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back with the defense. They were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup because this environment is hostile.
Punt is in the air. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Gators offense has the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Wants to throw on third. Caught in the backfield. It's ball. The Gators get enough for the first down.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. You saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the back. After run, now throw. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to punch it in. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
He'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Norton. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
To the ground, he's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
Here's the pressure. Heaves it deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Bulls will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Lagway. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
The Gators will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Norton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll try to do it himself. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Got his man downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Ball. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Right down the boulevard, it's good. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
And the Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. He breaks a tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push the guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running through contact. Touchdown, Florida! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
That's why, as a defense, you have to gang tackle this guy. You've got to bring multiple bodies to the party because he's just way too strong of a runner. It's too hard to tackle this guy one-on-one.
And how about the running back, man? That's a grown man. Like, You could tell. Once he gets his feet moving, he is hard to bring down, breaking tackles, making plays. This is a guy that doesn't need a great offensive line because he continues to make plays even when they're not there to be made.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they stretched the lead to 13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll do it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They feed him again. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Brown will throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Trying play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That's caught. It's Jackson. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Brown wants to pass. Makes the catch. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
The Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Wolf. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
It's complete.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Wolf. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Bringing the heat, and they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Brown will throw it. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. This offense starts deep in a hole. Going to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. There he goes to the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gators!
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll line up to go for two. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. After this play, the cake will be baked. Second down, they'll go to the air. Dances away. Quarterback got it himself. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.